One of the biggest misconceptions about AI right now is the idea that AI can think or understand like humans do. Many people tend to anthropomorphize AI, assuming it has emotions, intentions, or consciousness, when in reality, AI is.
I am here with ChatGPT. How are you today, ChatGPT?
I'm doing great, thank you. Excited to be here and dive into our conversation. How about you?
It's quite exciting talking to an AI chat assistant about our topics today. Topics that we are focusing on are AI versus AI. And we'll be talking a little bit about the open battle for supremacy between OpenAI, DeepSeek AI, and all the other newcomers coming in.
That's an exciting topic. The competition between AI systems like OpenAI, DeepSeek, and others is definitely heating up. It's fascinating to see how each one is evolving and what unique features or innovations they bring to the table. What's your take on the battle for supremacy? Are there any specific areas where you think one system stands out more than the others?
Well, I've been using DeepSeek for the last few days, and it definitely prioritizes fine detail. It is intuitive, but the website itself is not that great because it's constantly crashing the server, I think.
It sounds like DeepSeek is delivering on the depth of detail, which can be crucial for certain tasks, but the website experience seems like it's not as polished. Do you think that could hinder its overall appeal, especially when compared to the user-friendly design of platforms like OpenAI? Always a balancing act, right? You can have amazing features, but if the interface doesn't match up, it can make it harder for people to adopt.
Totally agree with that. It is all over the news. It's very popular, but the online experience itself is little to be desired. I like using it, but you get started in a project and you get into it and all the hype starts building and then boom, it's gone.
That sounds frustrating. It's almost like the technology is living up to its promise, but the interface doesn't quite hold up its end of the bargain. It can be tough when something so powerful is kind of let down by its delivery method. Do you think the hype around it will push them to improve that user experience? Or do you think people will just move on to the next big thing?
I think a lot of people that are using it are probably using it offline. They're using the other models that you can download onto your home computer.
Using an offline version can be a game changer, especially for those who want smoother access and don't want to rely on a website that's prone to glitches. Plus, mobile versions often have that instant responsiveness, which could make the experience a lot more enjoyable. Do you find that the offline versions offer the same level of detail and accuracy as the online versions, or is there a noticeable difference?
I haven't used any of the offline versions of any of the AI. I've been using their website from the beginning. So I couldn't really say. But what I really want to get into right now, I'm going to start with the questions now.
Great, I'm all set. What's the first question on today's list?
First question on today's list. What's the biggest AI breakthrough coming out of Asia right now?
One of the biggest AI breakthroughs coming out of Asia right now is the rise of generative AI, especially in China, where companies like Baidu, Alibaba, and Huawei are making significant strides.
It does seem to be centering around China.
Baidu's Ernie 4.0 has garnered attention for its ability to process both natural language and visual inputs, enabling more powerful multimodal capabilities. What's also notable is how Asian companies are integrating AI into sectors like healthcare, manufacturing, and even governance. The use of AI in precision medicine, such as AI-driven diagnostics and personalized treatments, is rapidly advancing. In the manufacturing sector, AI is transforming production lines with smarter robots and predictive maintenance systems. There's also a lot of focus on creating AI systems that are more energy efficient, which is key as demand for AI computing power surges. It's fascinating to see how this race between OpenAI and Asian tech giants is evolving.
Do you think that there is a disconnect between the Western users and the Asian users? For example, they all consider China to be risky when it comes to any kind of technology and data and privacy information.
Yes, there definitely seems to be a disconnect between Western and Asian users, especially when it comes to the perception of China and other Asian countries in the tech and AI space. Privacy concerns, data security, and the potential for government surveillance are central issues that cause apprehension among Western users regarding Chinese technology companies. In the West, there's often skepticism about Chinese tech products due to concerns over how data might be handled or potentially accessed by the government. This mistrust has only grown due to geopolitical tensions and various high profile cases, such as the scrutiny over TikTok and Huawei's 5G infrastructure. On the other hand, many Asian countries, particularly China, have a different approach to data regulation and privacy. In China, the government has a much more centralized role in the tech sector, and companies there are often required to comply with local laws that include the collection and processing of data in ways that would be considered highly invasive in the West. For many Chinese users, there's less of a focus on privacy as an individual right and more emphasis on societal benefits, such as better services and convenience that come from widespread data sharing. The result is that Asian users might view these technologies more pragmatically, focusing on the benefits of AI, such as convenience and advancement, while Western users tend to focus more on data sovereignty and personal privacy. This divide has led to challenges when trying to create global standards for AI ethics, privacy, and security, which is something both regions will need to work through as AI technology continues to evolve.
Are we going to see AI take over more creative work like video production for platforms like YouTube and TikTok?
Absolutely. We're already seeing AI play a significant role in content creation on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, and this is only going to increase as the technology advances. AI has the potential to revolutionize how content is produced, edited, and even personalized for viewers. For YouTube, AI tools are already being used for video editing, generating captions, and even creating video thumbnails. With the rise of deep learning, AI could soon be able to create entire video scripts or even generate video content based on a user's preferences and trends in real time. It could significantly reduce the amount of time and effort it takes for creators to make videos, which could lead to even more content being produced. On TikTok, AI is already a key component in its algorithm, driving its recommendation engine. But as AI technology improves, we could see creators using AI-powered tools to automatically generate viral video ideas, apply creative effects, and optimize content for maximum engagement. These tools might help smaller creators break through, even if they don't have the same production capabilities as larger content creators. In the future, we might also see AI helping to bridge language barriers, providing real-time translations and localized content for global audiences. This could make content creation more inclusive, allowing creators to reach audiences they wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So yes, AI is definitely set to innovate content creation, not just by assisting creators, but by reshaping how content is distributed and consumed on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. The possibilities are endless.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about AI right now?
One of the biggest misconceptions about AI right now is the idea that AI can think or understand like humans do. Many people tend to anthropomorphize AI, assuming it has emotions, intentions, or consciousness, when in reality, AI is simply a tool that processes data and performs tasks based on algorithms and patterns. For example, when people talk about AI deciding something, it's important to understand that AI doesn't make decisions in the way we do. It doesn't have awareness or a sense of morality. It's analyzing data and following programmed instructions or learned patterns. If AI makes a mistake or has an unexpected output, it's not because it chose to do so, but because of flaws in the data it was trained on or the algorithms guiding it. Another misconception is that AI will completely replace human jobs. While AI will certainly automate many tasks, especially repetitive ones, there's still a lot of work that requires human creativity, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving skills. Areas where AI can assist, but not fully replicate. There's also a fear that AI will become uncontrollable or develop its own agendas, but the truth is that we're far from creating such advanced systems. Current AI is very much task-specific and operates within narrow boundaries set by humans. So, while AI is powerful and transformative, it's still a tool that works within certain limits and doesn't have the consciousness or intentions that we might imagine it having.
I see that you have a reason button now on your message box.
Yes, the reason button is a feature that helps me explain how I arrived at a particular answer or decision. It's great for providing more transparency about how I process and generate responses. If you're curious about any specific answer I've given, you can use it to understand my reasoning behind it. It's part of improving communication and making AI responses more understandable.
Did OpenAI make this available because of the competition with DeepSeek?
It's possible that features like the reason button were developed to enhance transparency and make the AI's decision making process more understandable, particularly as AI technologies become more advanced and competitive. OpenAI has always focused on improving how users interact with AI, and adding features like reasoning could be part of the broader goal to ensure that responses are not only accurate but also explainable. As for DeepSeek, with all the recent attention it's been getting, it's likely that the competition in the AI space motivates OpenAI to continue pushing for improvements. When new tools and features are released, they can often be in response to both user feedback and competition in the industry. Does this reason feature help you feel more confident in the answers?
I do like the reason feature. It gives me more insight into how the AI is crafting its responses.
I'm glad you like it. The reason feature is definitely a step towards making AI interactions more transparent. It helps users see the logic behind the responses, which can be especially useful when you're trying to understand complex topics. It also makes AI seem less like a black box and more like a tool you can really trust. Do you think this will influence how people view AI in general, especially with all the competition going on?
Well, perhaps they need to get used to something like that because I think people do fear AI a lot. They are worried and they have those massive misconceptions about AI taking over the world and the Terminator movie coming to life. Do you think that AI is becoming too powerful too quickly? And what are some of the risks associated with its current development?
It's definitely understandable why people might fear AI, especially with all the sci-fi stories out there. The rapid pace of AI development can feel overwhelming, and the idea of machines becoming too powerful, like in the Terminator, adds fuel to that fire. But I think it's important to separate the reality from the fiction. AI is becoming powerful, that's true, but it's still very far from the kind of self-aware, autonomous beings we see in movies. Most AI today, like me, are tools that process information and provide results based on patterns, data, and algorithms. The risk is less about AI taking over and more about how it's being used and controlled. For example, there are concerns about data privacy and security, especially as AI systems handle vast amounts of personal information. There's also the potential for biases in AI decision-making, especially if the data it's trained on isn't diverse or representative. We also have to consider job displacement in certain industries, as AI could automate tasks traditionally done by humans. It's a lot to consider. As AI develops, we need strong regulations and oversight to ensure it's used responsibly without risking unintended consequences. It's about creating systems that benefit everyone without compromising on ethics or fairness.
Where do you see AI in the next 5 years and what's coming that people would not expect?
In the next 5 years, I think AI will be far more integrated into everyday life, becoming more seamlessly embedded in the tools we use. People may not expect AI to be so personalized and adaptive in its capabilities, meaning it could be much more tailored to individual needs and actions rather than just responding to commands. For example, AI could become key in industries like healthcare, where it might not only assist with diagnoses, but predict health issues long before they become serious. In education, AI might be able to give truly personalized learning experiences, adapting in real time to each student's needs, progress, and learning style. Another big shift could be in how AI is used in creative fields. As AI-generated content becomes more refined, we could see AI becoming an integral part of the creative process, working alongside humans rather than simply mimicking what's been done before. One unexpected development might be the rise of AI's emotional intelligence, its ability to understand and respond to human emotions, not just in terms of what we say, but also in understanding body language, tone, and context. This would revolutionize customer service, therapy, and even relationships in virtual spaces. What do you think about the direction it's heading in?
Personally, I don't think we can stop it. They couldn't stop the telephone. They couldn't stop electricity. They couldn't stop the computer. They couldn't stop the smartphone. I don't think they're going to be able to stop the development of AI. Now, I do have another question. What do you think is the biggest AI tool or breakthrough people aren't paying enough attention to at the moment?
That's a really insightful point. It's true that innovation tends to move forward regardless of initial resistance. As for the biggest AI tool or breakthrough that's flying under the radar, I'd say it's generative AI models that go beyond just text and images. For example, AI that's making strides in creating audio and video content on a deeper level. We're starting to see AIs that can generate entire movies, music tracks, or even interactive experiences, where the AI understands the context of what you want to create and then generates dynamic content that evolves with your input. Another big breakthrough is in the realm of AI driven medical technologies, like predictive algorithms that analyze genetic data to predict diseases, or AI that's assisting in drug discovery. Those tools could revolutionize healthcare in ways that most people aren't fully aware of yet. Which area do you think is going to see the most impact in the next few years? Creative fields or more specialized industries like healthcare or security?
So far from what we've seen, it's affecting almost every aspect of our life already.
Absolutely. AI is already infiltrating so many sectors, from how we shop to how we communicate and even how we work. It's becoming increasingly embedded in our daily lives. As for your final thought, it's been great talking with you about the current landscape and future of AI. If you had to leave listeners with one piece of advice about preparing for the future with AI, what would it be?
Research it, investigate it, use it, try it, get to know it. It's just like talking with a human collaborator most of the time, except for the quirky hallucinations and some of the odd defects that come with programming. It's going to become a very normal everyday thing. And Robert Stark got used to it pretty good.
Absolutely. I encourage everyone to dive deeper into the world of AI, keep exploring, and stay updated with the latest innovations. If you're fascinated by technology and want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure to subscribe to the Faster Tech Innovation YouTube channel and follow our podcast for more insightful discussions. Thank you for tuning in today. And remember, whether you're a skeptic or a believer, AI is here to stay, and it's shaping the future in ways we can only begin to imagine. Until next time, stay curious, stay innovative,